On. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Somebody just posted that in a live chat, so that's exactly what I'm doing, folks. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to vidIQ, and guess what? This is the live stream Q&A. Let's do this.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.com.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to vidIQ. You are listening to me, Rob, on the vidIQ live stream here, and our job is to answer all of your questions that you ask throughout this live stream. There is a form in the video description. Make sure to fill it out, ask your question, and I, along with my awesome guest host, who hopefully should be heard by the wonderful audience here, are, first of all, Travis, introduce yourself.
Hey, it's Travis here. I am the Customer Success Manager here at vidIQ, trying to help you take your channel to the next level. And I'm super excited to be here to answer your questions today.
And secondly, who do we have on the line today?
Hello, this is Jeremy Vest. How's it going?
Woohoo! I think people are hearing us, which is awesome. So let's do our shout outs to kick this live stream off. In the house, we have Stalwart Gamers, Woot Time, Spanish Productions, Hayes Who's, one of our moderators here. Thank you very much. As well as Advanced Gamer 411, also in the house as a moderator. The Ninth Doctor, Slavgard, King Saigon YT, Cryptical, TP Domino. Travis, who else is in the house?
Abnormal Plays, we got M0, Needless TV Official, Takedown Man, Tech Folk, of course us, TP Domino, and Toon Grin.
Okay, and while Jeremy does some shout outs, Travis, if you could just move to your right about 6 inches because you are currently half screen, that's perfect.
Boom.
Jeremy, who else have we got?
AMSR Freak, Slave Guard, the MLG, I have no idea, Hectic Gaming, looks like we're repeating now, Joel Fortnite, and the Ninth Doctor.
It is so hard, isn't it, to try and pick up all of those names coming through. But even if you didn't get a shout out, thank you very much for taking the time out of your day, your very valuable time, to give us some watch time on our channel, where we will hopefully help you with answering all of your YouTube questions. What there is, as I just said, is a link in the video description which takes you to a Google form, and you can ask your questions there, and we will answer them as best as we can amongst YouTube enthusiasts that we have here in Travis, myself, and Jeremy. And let's just jump straight into the first question here then, chaps. I'm going to pick out the first one, which was, if I just go to an individual look of my information, I think the first one was from No Life Snorlax, and they ask, intro, yay or nay, or rather preview of video content and roll intro next. He's often annoyed with intros if they are not over 1 or 2 seconds long. So trying to interpret that question correctly, I think what they're asking is, should they have like a clip from the video at the beginning, or a specific intro which is a bit longer? Your thoughts on whether we should have intros in our videos and how they should be used?
I'll take this first one. So
yeah, go for it.
I think you should normally tease and get people interested and intrigued. The hook, is what it's called in the business. And I would care more about getting people intrigued and like into the story. All YouTube videos should have a beginning, middle, and end and hook, just like any good story in life, even if it's a how-to video. And from there, I do recommend telling people who you are, what you're about, to subscribe and things like that. But establish the hook before you intro anything.
Yeah, so delivering some value or payoff from what was promised in the thumbnail and the title. Yeah. Before, as you say, Jeremy, maybe going into a little bit of a channel advertisement per se, which is essentially what we did here on the intro. Travis, any further thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think Jeremy's right. I actually do get a lot of compliments on my specific intro. But I think the whole reason that anyone even likes it is because it's like a catchy song. But for the most part, what you need to do is exactly what we've said. Give a reason for someone to watch the video. I mean, they've clicked the thumbnail and the title, they like it, they think they're going to get this thing. Reinforce that within the first couple of seconds. Make sure you know and let them know that they are going to get what they've clicked for. Otherwise, they're just going to bounce, and that's bad news for your video.
I think I'm right in saying, and I'm going to do a terrible impression of you here, Travis, but whenever you introduce your videos, it's like, what up, player?
Yeah, something like
right?
that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I mean, you probably have to go to Travis's channel to get the full experience of that. But you're right. There's like a catchphrase for your community and audience who know who you are, but there's also an intro to the actual video content. So you're kind of hitting two birds with one stone there, so to speak.
Never do that again, Rob.
We're doing it all the time.
What up, players? What up, YouTubers? What up, everybody? All right, I'm going to pick the next question, but Travis and Jeremy, look through the questions because I want you to pick the one after this one. The next question comes from Lava Creeper, and this question is, how do I increase my watch time through thumbnails, editing, titles, and tags? Mainly through titles and tags. And my answer to that would be improving your thumbnails, editing, titles and tags is not going to improve your watch time. It's going to improve your click-through rate. However, as we've just talked about in the first question, the thumbnail and the title need to have a hook and a tease themselves. And through the intro, which pays off a little bit of that, that's where you will increase your watch time. Other ways of increasing your watch time is having what Jeremy often likes to call a show formula, and I like to introduce the concept of pattern interrupt, where think about how long the average attention span of a YouTube viewer is. Probably no more than 5 or 10 seconds, so you need to have some sort of interrupt, whether it be some music or a camera shift or a graphic appearing. Those are all of the small things that are going to increase your watch time. Any further thoughts there, Travis, on like increasing watch time?
Yeah, I think we've already talked about this, but to be more specific, when you put the hook at the beginning, a lot of the really popular channels will show the climax of the video, like the cool thing. If it's baking a cake at the very beginning of the video, they'll show the finished cake for just like a couple seconds. Yeah. And then boom, say, hey, we're going to make this. That way the person knows what they're getting into. And if the end result's really awesome, then it's definitely going to hook you in for the long haul.
And Jeremy, anything else there?
Yeah, I mean, don't show. I would say the opposite. I agree. Like if it's a cake, show what it's going to look like, so you know you're at the right place at the right time. But also have something like you wouldn't believe what happened, or wait until you see this one thing. Give someone a reason of intrigue to stay around and reveal during the video, not in the beginning of the video, so they have a payoff to keep on watching.
And there you are, folks. Sort of different opinions from two very experienced YouTube video creators. And I think that's always a good thing to have a healthy dialogue. We'll throw it over to Travis now. Is there any question that you've picked out of interest so far in the ones that we've had?
There's so many good questions here. I'm actually really encouraged that some of these questions are just excellent. They're not just how to get more views and subscribers.
Yeah, and that's what we want. Yeah, really specific questions.
There's some good ones. So let's do this one. I really like this one. How important is video length? Most of my videos are between 1 and 2 minutes. My audience retention is mostly at 70-75%. Is the algorithm more likely to suggest longer videos, or does the algorithm check how much percentage people watch the video? This is a great question because there's a lot of confusion around watch time, average view duration, retention. Percentages they're relative, right? So 75% of a 1 minute video is still only, what is it, like 45 seconds or something like that. So that's not really impressive to the YouTube algorithm unless there's something very special and viral going on in that particular moment where people are sharing it all over social media. Your chances are much better to have a longer watch time to get that to be organically shared by YouTube. But I've seen videos as short as like 2 minutes get like 1 million views. So if you want to stack the deck in your favor, always make it longer. And definitely, if your videos are only 1 minute and 2 minutes, then it should be 75%. If you have a 10-minute long video with 75% retention, we need to talk because I need to
absolutely, yeah. I'd agree with you there in that, generally speaking, and this is what YouTube actually told people in their search and discovery Q&A a couple of months ago. They simply said more is better. And to a viewer, to a creator, that's basically saying make longer videos, get people to watch longer, so on and so on. Now, if the video creator is saying that for 1 and 2 minute videos their audience retention is 75%, that's actually even really good, even at that small scale. Like when I was doing these 60-second videos on YouTube, on vidIQ, they were around about 60 to 70%. So what I would recommend is you've got a good benchmark there. Why don't you try and push your next video to 3 minutes and see if your audience retention stays at the same level? If it does, then you're still creating great content, and then you can slowly push that video length for it to be longer longer, because ultimately YouTube wants people to stay on a platform for as long as possible. And so if you have a good benchmark, usually above 50% of audience retention, then maybe push the video length a little bit longer. Jeremy, have you found a question yet that you would like to tackle?
Sure. What's best, working for a loyal audience over the long run, or consistently working for higher analytical numbers in the short run? So which comes first, a loyal audience, or like working with the algorithm to maximize watch time and titles and click-through rates?
That is a fantastic question. Yeah,
it is a great question. And honestly, I think this answer could be, if I gave it to all three of us, I think we'd probably have different answers. My opinion is, and I hate to read right down the middle, but I would say that if you have a focus in a niche, right? So 7 weeks ago, I launched my channel focus of skateboarding, and now skateboarders are like commenting and talking to me and relating to me. And, so I would say first, what's even more important than audience loyalty is just having a channel focus to the point to where you can actually identify with someone else, or someone can identify with your belief system and with what you do. And, we always talk about focus, but with over 500 hours uploaded to YouTube every minute, how are you going to be the next Fortnite YouTuber if you're just another person talking about Fortnite? So having a real deep vertical, I think is really important to develop an audience. So I would say focus will lead to an audience like you and your belief system, which will lead to having better titles and tags as you go along. My philosophy is get 1% better every week, whether that's better titles, keyword research, thumbnails, it doesn't really matter. But I would establish your focus, and then your audience would probably find you because of that, and then get better with all the other stuff long term.
All right, I'll tackle that one next. And I think you're right. I'm going to have a slightly different answer in that, to begin with, I think there's a certain level of self-discovery where you just find out whether you enjoy making YouTube thumbnails, whether or not people watch them. And that was my first 6 to 12 months of the journey. But at some point, you're going to want some kind of vanity boost. You're going to want a video do like 4 times as well as what your usual videos do, just to give you that confidence to know that you're at least pushing or jabbing the right areas of the algorithm and the analytics, and leading on from what Jeremy says, that could help you establish your focus. Like you've made like 50 videos and 2 or 3 on this particular topic are doing well, then you can go, as Jeremy often says, 2 inches wide and a mile deep on that topic. And I think just as you make more videos and you get more comments and you find out which of the videos work, that's when you start to build up a bit of a rapport with your audience who are reacting well to certain different things. So that can also shape how you build your audience. Another thing to also consider is it depends what type of video you're making. If you're very much an educational how-to channel where you're just telling people how to download a YouTube video or how to block adverts on an iPhone or something along those lines, then you're not going to have quite a loyal audience, and that's just through the nature of the content that you're making. But again, there are still elements where you can start to introduce your own character, and I think that's something that Travis does really well on his channel. So I'll lead it on to you now, Travis. Are there any sort of different thoughts you have there on that question? If you can remember what it was, because we asked that a few minutes ago.
Yeah, I'm already looking at the next question, so I'm lost on what that question was.
Next.
Okay, we'll move on to the next one. I hope you got a sufficient answer from Jeremy and myself there. All right, I'll tackle the next one. I wish we had Leron in the house to really answer this one, because I think he's got great answers. And we did...
Is that about hair color? Or?
It's not about hair color, funnily enough. It is from Hectic Gaming. And they ask, how can I make ad revenue on a small channel? And just before we answer this, and I'll let Travis tackle this one first... Leron did a live stream with Benji Travis on Saturday all about that question, and I think he was able to get phones and products when he only had 300 subscribers. So we're talking about a super small channel. Travis, again, another tech channel who's probably dealt with businesses and maybe had some sponsorship opportunities. Any thoughts on how a channel can make money as a small channel?
Yeah, I think it can be kind of difficult if your mindset isn't correct. I think a lot of people, especially YouTubers, we forget the value that we add to companies. If a company wanted to get a video made, they'd have to hire a producer and a director and a camera crew and all of this stuff to do what we normally do on a weekly basis. And I think we sometimes undervalue ourselves. So when you actually determine how much your time is worth, it's easier to go to a company and say, listen, I would like to do a promo video for you or something similar to this. This is the easiest way to kind of make money outside of YouTube, would be like a sponsorship deal or even like a little promo video for maybe a local business, and show them, that you can do this for them. And they can, of course, share it on their own social media as well, which helps with views. And I think it's just a value that we actually already have as YouTube creators, is where you can sell yourself. Again, so much of this is, we know how to do these things. We know how to video edit and upload a video. And there's tons of businesses out there that just don't know how to do that, but want to have access to that. So definitely value your time well, and then use that as your selling point.
Something I would add as well to the creator asked this question is, this may sound crazy, but do things for free. As in, give the business or the person you want to try and get in touch with a reason to see what value you have. For example, when I had my own channel, I started to make videos about helping YouTubers, and I made a simple video on a vidIQ tool. No expectation of vidIQ giving me anything for free, but I made the video and then I sent a tweet out including vidIQ, and within a day I'd been contacted and they asked me if I wanted to do some paid work. So that's how powerful that can be if you offer something for free and for value first, like almost proving your value instead of just giving the hard sales pitch to try and get something for free and then giving them some value.
Yeah, and I've experienced here in the last few weeks. I started my skateboard focus. I have a really small channel, and I have 20 skateboards in my office right now that people gave me for free because I started for free talking about the latest and greatest skateboards. People just started sending me more and more and more, and now I don't have to buy any. It's pretty cool. But I think I think Rob brings up a good point. Thinking like someone providing a solution for someone else versus how can I take money from you, is that paradigm shift is going to help you generate more revenue by providing true value to someone else, even if they've never paid you.
And even in a small way, like the people who just volunteer to moderate on our live stream. We've not asked anybody to do that, but people are come in and they are really helpful, and we'll say, do you want to be a moderator? And they do it for free. Like we got Hayes House in there moderating again, and we really thank you for that, and we see the value there, and who knows, in the future this might develop into something a little bit more. But so thank you all of the moderators who are helping us today. All right, what we're going to do now is the 15-second really awkward moment where we are not going to say anything, and that gives you time to go click on the like button starting from now. And that was the longest 15 seconds of a live stream ever. Travis, do you have another question lined up?
Yes.
All right, what do we got?
This is a good one because I think any creator has gone through this multiple times. How do you gain consistent views? Mine appear to range some weeks where I have a smashing video with anywhere to 3 to 5 times my channel subs. Oh, it just got booted up. Someone put a question in it. Okay. And others, I struggle to get as many views as subscribers. I use the vidIQ Chrome app and consistently get decent rankings, but I can't seem to crack the code. So it's a great listen. One thing about YouTube is it's wildly consistently inconsistent. A couple of things about subscribers versus views. One thing is, just because you have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 subscribers does not mean you're going to have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 views on every single video. It just doesn't work that way. I mean, there's some general rules of thumb, but forget about all that. Think of that as a pool of potential views. Like if you have 1,000 subscribers, you have a potential of 1,000, not even counting the organic growth that you can get on a really good video. And the thing is, sometimes there's trends and things that are happening that you're not even aware of that maybe your video gets picked up in. And I was helping a person out who had a video about a pencil go viral. And when I say viral, I mean 3.5 million views. But for the first couple of days, nothing was on and nothing happened. And then like a couple of weeks later, all of a sudden it just took off. Now, I believe that one got related to another video. And once you get into suggested, all things are possible, but you just don't know. Like there's so many variables. People can spend a tremendous amount of time on a video and get almost no views. And then you can spend 10 minutes on a video and get 10,000 views. So just always try to be 1% better with every single video you do. Consistently go in there in your comment section, see what people like, what people don't like, and look at your retention scores and your CTR, your click-through rate, and just try to improve each one of those things. And eventually it'll just continue to go up. It's just consistently inconsistent, and that's the nature of the beast.
I've just seen a comment here from Super User Tech Mods who says, I can't go off topic now. It's NVIDIA Shield TV or no views. And if you visit his channel now, you'll see that all of his videos on this one particular device, so really specific niche, gets thousands of views. He moves on to another tech topic, he gets hundreds of views. So my question to the original creator is, just check those videos and check if there's a pattern. Is it something that you're specifically talking about within whatever topic it is that's getting those extra views? And if it is, then I know this is going to sound a bit like common sense, but just make as many videos on that topic as possible as you have the opportunity. I mean, Jeremy and I audited a channel on Tuesday, which was a random tech channel. They did one video on the Samsung Galaxy Tab 5 SE. Seems like a pretty non-popular tablet, but it's just come out, and that video got 500 views, and now he's made all of his successive content on that one tablet, and he's getting thousands of views. And I want to do a video on this because it's just such a clear indication of how a niche within a topic can give you inconsistently consistent wild views or something along those lines. Jeremy, got a question next for us?
All right, so I'm going to attempt to answer like 8 questions in 30 seconds. You guys ready?
Oh my, wow. Well, we haven't got to the quickfire round yet, but Jeremy's...
It's going to happen.
Okay, here we go.
Who's the founder of vidIQ? Rob Sandy. Who do you consider a good sketch channel? Studio C. They're one of the best. What tips do you have on growing an anime channel for YouTube? Study everything I did on Funimation. We helped them get over 2 million subscribers. How do I attract people on my YouTube channel? Because I only have 11 subscribers. Beg your friends and family for the first 100. You got this. Do you feel Premieres works the same as live? No, I don't. And finally, does cross-promoting between channels help promote growth? And I would say you need to study Jake and Logan Paul. And then Matt Pat has this really amazing video about this whole philosophy. I would type in Matt Pat and Viners. And it's probably my favorite video of all time on YouTube strategy. And it really lets you understand why the power of collaborations between channels is so powerful.
Jeremy Vester stepping up to the plate, folks. Wow, what a performance that was. You're batting 100 right now, Jeremy, like 17 RBIs all in one swing of a bat there. Thank you very much for the contribution. So we'll give you a little bit of a rest there, and I will take the next question, which is from Disney Plus Tracker. And the question here is, how do I promote a channel around a product that isn't out yet? And this sounds like it might be a difficult question, but I think it's one of the easiest to answer, because if a product isn't out yet, but there is a lot of hype around it, you want to be making as much content as possible. For example, you say you're a Disney Plus tracker, so I assume it's about the Disney thing that's coming out whenever it is, probably in about a year. Is it 18 months? You could do all of the instructional content about like what we think is going to be on this service, how much do you think it's going to cost, when it's going to be available. And yes, it may take a bit of time to build up momentum, but just imagine this: by the time the Disney Plus tracker service comes out, if you're ranking very highly for those keywords, and then all of a sudden everybody's searching for that on YouTube, you're going to have a distinct advantage. And I've been telling people about Google Stadia, which is coming out in a few months, how if they're a gaming channel, they should be preparing content for that right now. So I would just say whatever ideas you can come up with, like I would say, all right, Jeremy and Travis, let's see if we can come up with 5 ideas for Disney Tracker between us. So I'll go first. How much is Disney Plus going to cost? Travis?
The 5 most interesting exclusive titles to Disney Plus.
Jeremy?
What is Disney Tracker?
that could be a really good one. There's nothing wrong with that. Like a very clear Q&A. Another one could be, will Disney Plus have all of the MC Universe movies? As a bit of a niche one. And a last one, Travis?
I'm personally interested in if they're going to have like 4K, HDR, what devices they're going to be on, that kind of technical stuff.
All right, so we've come up with 5 potential video ideas. Then
release date. Release date is huge.
And release date. And we know nothing about the topic, so that's how you do it. You follow the hype that is currently on the topic and attack it. Travis, have you got a question lined up for us?
Yeah, it's kind of a funny one because you think the answer is really easy, but there's a little bit more to it. And is it okay to clickbait a lot? And I think the easy answer is no. It's never okay to clickbait. But I think some people misinterpret what clickbait is. If you actually look up the definition of clickbait, it's actually not as bad as people think it is. So the definition that most YouTubers know is you put some type of really inciting, exciting thumbnail, and people click it, and then the video really either has nothing to do with that, or it's just a garbage video or whatever. That's what we consider clickbait. But if you actually look up the definition of clickbait, it's to entice someone to click a video, which is what we all want to do. So you should be making enticing thumbnails and titles that you are definitely resulting in a video that answers those questions that are maybe in the thumbnail or title, or giving the exact thing that you've promised in the thumbnail and title. It's all about closing that loop. You ask a question, you entice someone with someone, and you give them exactly what you said you were going to give them. So to clickbait them, in other words, to say, I'm going to give you the most amazing skydiving video ever, and then the video is about cake. No, that's not good. You should never once do that. But if you're going to talk about the 6 most exciting ways to buy a candle, and you show the 6 most exciting ways to buy a candle, then you should absolutely do that.
Abnormal Plays asks how to improve video thumbnails. So again, I'm going to go across the team here. Let's come up with a 6. So we'll do 2 each. So the first one would be don't repeat text from the video title in the thumbnail. Travis?
Yeah, that's a good one. I like less is more when it comes to text on a thumbnail.
And Jeremy?
Give someone a reason to click, make it intriguing.
Mine would be, if you're going to use a person in the thumbnail, zoom in, whites of their eyes, and some sort of strong expression, emotion that ties into the viewer's expectations. Travis?
Vibrant colors is really good, although I've recently found reason to believe that black and white thumbnails actually do very well. So either really vibrant or black and white. And there is a percentage boost that I've seen in black and white thumbnails recently.
Yeah, we tested that on vidIQ to great effects with our PewDiePie versus T-Series content. And last one, Jeremy?
I would say that make sure that your thumbnails together look all similar to where people know it's your thumbnail. So have a branding strategy and make sure that people know if they go this thumbnail or that thumbnail, they know it's yours.
Folks, we are on fire today. So what we're going to do now is the hashtag question 5-minute countdown. What you need to do is type hashtag question in the live chat, give us your question, and we will spend 5 minutes quickfire answering these. So Jeremy, a challenge to you, who is usually the expert answerer and gives us really long answers. I'm going to try and limit you to 15 seconds per answer. Because we've got some epic fast music running in the background. So you've got to keep up with that like real action fast paced stuff. All right, the first question is in, so I'm going to start the countdown. And it comes from Magdalena Helen. vidIQ boost tag says they have a low weighting, so unlikely to be able to compete with other channels. How do I fix this being a new YouTuber? So generally speaking, you want to go long tail as much as possible. So don't look at keywords that maybe have 2 or 3 words in, maybe a short sentence, and hopefully vidIQ would then find some maybe lower vidIQ score keywords, but with less competition as well. Next question, Jeremy.
Is it better to do more complex edits or more simple edits? I'd say it's based on your audience and what you're trying to do. Like for me with skateboarding, complex edits is important because people want to see cool stuff. But if you're baking a cake, people probably don't want to see a 360-degree version of a cake.
And if time is of the essence, then probably getting it done as quickly as possible is probably a good idea. Travis, what do we got next?
I want to know how to get people back to my channel after being terminated for a year, then finally reinstated. This is much the same as if you're on vacation. Social media. If you have the community tab, use the community tab. Let people know you're back. The community tab always comes up in the sub feed, and on mobile, it's very easy to see. Big picture, say, hey, I'm back. Come check me out.
King Saigon YT, how long should an intro be? So if you're going to do an intro to the video itself, probably between 10 and 15 seconds. And then if you have like a splash graphical intro, no more than 5 seconds. Jeremy, what have we got next?
All right. Sorry, they're going fast. Okay, vidIQ Boost gives me unrelated tags to boost my videos. Should I use them? No. Should I use it or not? And the answer I would say is so what we're doing with vidIQ Boost specifically is we're showing you the keyword universe around related terms that you put in your tags. So we're not necessarily telling you use these words. We're saying this is the keyword universe. This is what people are searching for. And if you want to match your passion of what you're talking about with the intent of search that people are using, then here's your universe of keywords. We do not want you to be clicking on a lot of those terms, just the ones that are relevant and related to what you're doing.
Random Unboxing Sebi, is quality over quantity? So again, it goes back to that question of if you have very time sensitive content that you need to get out, then perhaps quantity is more important to try and drill that keyword as much as possible. But if there's not as much time sensitivity, you want to produce something of really high quality that's better than your competition, then quality might be more important. Travis.
Question, should I do long or short videos? That depends on your niche and how entertaining you can keep or educational you can keep the video. Obviously, if you're talking about rocket science, easy for me to say, a 30-second video probably won't do it justice, but a 10-hour video on how to make a cake, I don't know why I keep thinking cake, is probably too long. So your niche is very important. Look at your retention graphs that we talked about before. Keep it 50% or higher as much as you can. Keep stretching it. Stop when it really dips.
Historical data. Does channel authority affect new video rankings? So it can do, in a sense that if you're a big channel and you've got lots of subscribers, then when a video goes out, the notifications going out to hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people, you're going to get video velocity by default, and that can help with the rankings. Obviously, as a smaller channel, you need to be a little more savvy and then maybe attack those areas of the YouTube topics where you've had previous success, because you will get a bit more of a bonus. I mean, it's not really, I can't prove this in terms of here are the numbers, but I've just seen this so many times that if you are dominant in one area, when you create more content on that area, then you are rewarded for it, because the audience is expecting that content from you and you're providing it to YouTube. Jeremy, 44 seconds left here.
How to gain more subscribers? Next question.
Silence from Jeremy. That we just can't answer that in the seconds that we have. Can I get vidIQ to work on Safari? Unfortunately, vidIQ is not available on Safari. Currently available on Chrome, and we are working to get it on Firefox as soon as possible. Travis?
How to engage your audience. It's incredibly important. Answer those comments. And if you have the community tab, use that to the fullest extent. Use at least 2 or 3 posts a week. But really, just answer the comments. Everyone has comments, even if you don't have the community tab. answer the comments.
And the final question, Paul the Great asked, should I use TubeBuddy? Oh, I'm sorry, we've run out of time. We cannot answer that question today.
I want to say one thing there.
Yeah.
So do me a favor, if you use TubeBuddy, go use our channel audit tool, and then you decide.
Boo. That is Jeremy's answer right there. Drop the mic. And we will drop the mic here for 2 minutes. We're going to take a quick break to rehydrate and get your questions in for the second half. In the meantime, if you want to earn some passive income from vidIQ, this is how you can do it. Hello, I'm Rob and welcome to vidIQ. You may have seen me on the vidIQ YouTube channel. I'm a video creator just like you, and we all understand the importance of diversifying our income so we're not solely reliant on YouTube AdSense, because it can disappear just like that. That's where vidIQ's affiliate program can play a role. We've helped you grow your channel, now let us help you earn an income. By sharing the power of vidIQ with your audience, you can earn passive income that tops up your bank account even when you sleep. And let's face it, who doesn't want to wake up to more cash? But we're not just about making money, we want to make you part of the vidIQ family. As more people sign up to vidIQ through your affiliate program, you will gain more free perks from us that include expert one-on-one consultation for your YouTube channel, a custom vidIQ URL, and free access to our top tier vidIQ Boost package. And once you are part of the vidIQ family, we want you to share your wisdom. Imagine guest hosting on the vidIQ channel, which has over 300,000 subscribers, being interviewed for the vidIQ podcast, or writing a post on the vidIQ blog. We reach over 1 million people through vidIQ, and you could have access to that audience. And since we know you love vidIQ, you could help shape our future with early beta access to our brand new tools. On behalf of everybody here at vidIQ, thank you for joining the program, but more importantly, welcome to the family. And welcome back to the second half of the vidIQ live Q&A session that we do every Thursday. Joined this week by Jeremy and Travis. Thank you everybody for spending your time here. And as we say in the video description, there is a simple Google form where you can fill it out. All we need is your channel name and your question, and we will answer it as best as possible. And the next one here is from Sarah Headley. And the question is, who is your favorite YouTuber? So we'll go across the panel here. I would have to say, for longevity and somebody who I've watched ever since I've been on YouTube, is MKBHD, and that's Marcus Brownlee, a tech YouTuber. He's one of those video creators where I'm just never even thinking about how long the video has been going on for. And when it ends, I'm kind of disappointed. So there's not even a thought of like watch time or that type of stuff. The way he constructs the videos in terms of his narration, the video quality obviously is just off the scale, and how he makes his videos accessible to all viewers of his content is just sensational. So I would say MKBHD. Jeremy, who was your favorite YouTuber?
I would say right now it's actually Braille Skateboarding. They're just, you get sucked into their content, and their content's 8 to 15 minutes long, and it's just really stupid people skateboarding, doing dumb stuff. But for some reason, because they do daily content, I've got used to watching before work or after work. Got used to watching it, and it's kind of addictive. I think the reason they're the biggest skateboard channel in the world is because of that daily content.
And Travis, hopefully you're not going to say the same as me being a tech YouTuber.
No. I have a lot. Listen, being in tech, I love tech stuff. I have a lot of different channels I love, but I think my number one right now is still Flossie Cotter. Has been for a long time. Anyone who watches my channel knows that I love him. He's just entertaining, fun, and does things in a different way, and I dig that. I think when you find that creator that keeps you entertained or educates you or something, it's magical. It's something better than just watching TV.
Yeah.
Because this is just an average person who's out there doing big things, but they seem cooler to me in some way. Is that a thing, or seems like it to me?
Folks, let us know in the live chat who your favourite YouTubers are, and hopefully we can share some new channels across the community here. Steve Eve asks, very simple question, but I guess there's a couple of ways we can approach this. How do I know if my content is good or not?
Yeah.
And my answer, maybe we'll try and all answer this in 3 different aspects, is... if you are looking at all of your graphs, whether it be views, subscribers, or likes, if your graph is doing, let me see if I can do this properly, if it's going right and up, and it's building momentum, and you're sort of building what I like to call a YouTube French Alps version of a graph, then you are doing things right. And I know it's a very simple way to look at it, but sometimes those lines are the things that best represent how the channel is performing. Jeremy, anything specific there about how can you tell if your content is good or not?
Yeah, I would say that engagement as well. So if people...
Yeah, good point, yeah.
If people are not responding to you or not commenting in any way, if they're not liking or disliking, there's this gray area of YouTuber where good content is not great enough. And it's about your viewers, has nothing to do with you. And if you don't know that, if you don't really create content for others, then people are just it's going to be bland. And if you're bland, if you're not invoking some type of comment or like or something with social engagement, odds are people aren't actually engaging with your content.
And Travis?
Yeah, I mean, it's really, there's a lot of ways of kind of determining this, but I think, like you said, the retention graph tells you everything. And in a weird way, I hate to say it like this, but the more views you have, a lot of times that does indicate that it's good. It's not the end all be all, but what YouTube is so good at, the algorithm is so good at, is serving good content to people that want to see it. So in a very surface kind of way, that's one indication, but definitely the depth of it is look at your retention, see if people are sticking around, see if they're dropping out at the very beginning. It's really just that simple.
All right, Jeremy, do you have a question lined up for us that we're ready to tackle?
Sure. Is putting a channel logo in a video thumbnail a good or bad idea? What do you guys think?
We generally recommend, for consistency reasons, that having a logo in there is a good idea, as long as it's not too dominant on the thumbnail. It's usually in the bottom left or right hand corner, or top right hand corner is a good place to put it. And so some channels don't use a channel logo because the consistency and the style of their thumbnails is enough to associate viewers with their content. The ones who are really good at it. I mean, I've just been doing a video on Chad Wild Clay's content, and the way you look at his thumbnails, you can instantly tell that it's his content, even though he has a logo. I never see it in the thumbnails because they're just so powerful. What do you think, Jeremy, about logos? Like, should you always have them in, or does it really depend?
I would say that most of the time, for most creators, it's probably a bad idea. But brands, it's a good idea. I would say color, shape, or logo. I would give you those 3 options. Essentially, you just want similarity. One of the biggest mistakes creators make is they have different fonts and colored backgrounds in every single thumbnail. And what the problem is every thumbnail looks like a different YouTube channel. So as long as you have consistency, I don't think you need the logo, but it is an easy way to get consistency.
So I've got a question for you, Jeremy, here about our channel. We include the vidIQ logo. Do you think it's time for us to say goodbye to it, considering that I'm often in the thumbnail, so people probably recognize it from me anyway?
Yes.
Like the consistent color scheme that we have, like the blue cogs in the background.
Yeah, we've developed a brand to the point to where it's the blues with you normally in the thumbnail. So I would say at this point, it's very safe to let it go, and we can test a few and see if the click-through rates get higher or lower.
Let's test it and hold you accountable when it fails. Travis, what's the next question?
Oh my goodness, that was savage. We kind of talked a little bit about this, but intro, yay or nay, or rather preview on the video content, roll into the intro of the next. I think we already talked about that. Let me find another one here real quick.
I can tackle another one there, Travis, if you load one up. So I've got one here from Easy Way to Learn Medicine. asks, can we upload YouTube videos to Facebook? And the answer is yes. And what we mean by that is not just putting a link to a YouTube video on Facebook, because there's a common conception that when you put links on a social media platform that's not their own and it takes them off the platform, then they may suppress those links, and that could be what Facebook does with YouTube links. So uploading a video natively is something you can do with vidIQ. We've actually got a tool where you go to your video manager on YouTube, you click the vidIQ tool, and then there's syndicate to Facebook, and it does it all for you. It uploads the video directly to Facebook, and it does that in around about 2 or 3 minutes. So it's really rapid and it's a very simple click to get there. But that is, I think, part of the Pro vidIQ tools, if I remember rightly. Have you found a question now, Travis?
Yeah, there's a question about how does one find the right tags? That's a really good question, because a lot of people just look for the most popular tags, and that's not necessarily the right tag for your channel, depending on the size. There's multiple ways. Of course, we have our keyword tool that you can use, which is great. A really simple way of doing it, which we show in our webinars on, what is it, Wednesdays?
Yep.
Leron. So make sure you're around for that if you want to check that out. Going into the search and just typing in whatever your subject's going to be. So let's say, for example, it's cake again, cake, and then space letter A, and see what comes up, then the letter B and letter C. That'll give you ideas of long tail keywords, which are going to be easier for you to rank for. So look for the long tail one. So instead of going how to make a chocolate cake, maybe it's how to make a Filipino chocolate cake or something similar to that, where long tail will get you easier to rank for those things, get you the views, get you going, and then if the video is good enough, it'll go to the larger audience.
Very simple way I use tags is I will do a search for my general keyword and look at the top videos. I will copy those tags, which is what vidIQ allows you to do, put those tags in my video, then I will start to say, right, I don't want this tag, this tag, this tag. So I'll probably get rid of about maybe 40 to 50% of them. So I've got a general selection of good long tail keywords. And by that point, vidIQ has got a fairly good selection of boost tags if you're on the program, and then I just add them as well, along with maybe that I think they're appropriate for me. So it's like 3 stages there. But before all of it, like we're getting the tags, you should have a rough understanding of your keywords anyway, because you've done the research, as Leron will tell you with his chocolate cake analogy. That's why we've always got it on ahead. And Leron has a very good story about like how, if you're going to make a video about chocolate cake, this is the research you would do. So do check out his webinar on Wednesdays. All right, folks, what we're going to do now is part 2 of the really awkward silence, where we do absolutely nothing but stare intently at the camera and make you feel uncomfortable as you go down to the like button and click it. And it starts now. And it ends there. I have no idea if that's going to work. It's going to be fascinating. Maybe you are leaving in your droves at this point, but I thought I'd give this a try. Next thing we are going to do is a bit of a celebration period. It's called #milestones. What I want you to do in the chat, everybody, is type #milestone and tell me something that you've achieved in the last week on your YouTube channel so that we can celebrate it and shout it out here in the live stream. And I've got my very own, very expensive from the dollar store trophy to celebrate everybody's successes here. So well done for all of your celebrations that you've hit, including Writer Sanctuary, who hit 100 subscribers. Congratulations to you. Spanish Productions with 300 subscribers. Flight Gaming hit 110 subscribers. AC Ben with 30,000 minutes of watch time. Wow, how many is that in hours? We'd love to know. And we've got historical data. Oh, you're celebrating losing 20 subscribers. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully you can pick them up again. And we've got the 9th Doctor with 65 subscribers. Jeremy, what other milestones of channels hit this week? And make sure just to mention the channel name as we celebrate their successes.
Sure. So we got Simply My Tay with 225 subscribers. Congratulations. Generic Waffle with 500 hours watched.
Generic Waffle. I love that username.
What?
Generic Waffle. What a username that is.
That's a great username. And the Deaf Palms Repair channel just passed 68,000 subscribers.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
555 videos.
And nearly 1 million views as well on the way up there. Well done to you, sir. And who else have we got, Travis, celebrating stuff this week?
My man Jeff from El Jefe Reviews, 2 years as a creator, which is amazing. Hayes House, over 100 votes on his community poll post, which I love community poll posts. Flight Gaming, first video to pass 1,000 views. That is
well done.
So amazing.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Love that. That's great. And Random Unboxing hit 40 subs.
Awesome. Congratulations to all of you. And of course, if you have the opportunity with these celebrations, what you can do here is a quick vidIQ plug here for a free tool on YouTube. If you see down here at the left-hand side, we've got this achievements tab. You click there and it shows you all of your achievements for like subscribers, views, watch time. For example, very recently, we surpassed oops, I clicked the wrong button there. Let's just go back. We surpassed 250,000 likes on our entire channel today, actually. So awesome stuff. And 750,000 comments. Many of them coming from the live streams, and we just achieved that today. Now, on any of these, I could simply click on the box and it will generate a certificate. And then I can share that with my audience and community, as Travis says, on the community tab, on Facebook, social media. And that is completely free. We're not trying to get you to buy anything here. It's just something that congratulates you and shares it with your audience to celebrate the YouTube journey that you are on. So well done to everybody, and we'll be doing some more milestones next week. All right, Jeremy, Travis, have either of you got questions? Because I haven't quite got one lined up here, but if you've got one, go for it.
Let's see.
I have one. How do you get people to comment more? And this is, when you say make sure you comment, don't do that. Like, don't just tell people to comment. What you need to do is act like you're actually talking to someone. So imagine the camera is another human and you're actually having a one-on-one conversation. So instead of saying, make sure you comment below, say, what's your favorite color? What do you think? Am I full of crap? Let me know in the comments if you have a better way of doing this thing. Like the more you treat the camera like an actual person that you're having a two-way conversation with, the more people are going to actually comment. But if you don't leave room for others' opinions, that is where most channels get stuck. They're just talking and they're not listening. Now, obviously, they can't technically listen, but you just need to develop that rapport as if you're talking to your spouse or friend or coworker.
And one final tip I would suggest here is when you ask questions, don't leave them till the end, because a lot of people go deliver their video content and then it's like, let me know what you think, or have you got any tips on this particular topic that we talked about? Have like a primer video, primer question at the beginning of a video. It's like what is your experience with YouTube disabling comments? Let us know in the comments below, and we're going to talk about it throughout this video. So if you can include a bit of interactivity in the first 30 seconds, that's absolutely brilliant. Travis, have we got a question lined up from you now, sir?
Yeah, there's
Awesome.
a pretty good one here. If you are an entertainment channel, is it possible to grow a channel around multiple niches such as gaming, news, and movie reviews? Well, as you know, a lot of times we talk about niching down as being important for growth, and that's largely true. If you can find really closely related niches, sometimes you can go a little bit outside, but as you'll see in the comments and a lot of people chatting, that once they go off their like amazing thing that the YouTube algorithm has blessed them with, they don't get as many views. Doesn't mean you can't do it. Listen, it's inconsistently consistent here on YouTube, but one thing you can know is if the people that are watching your content are going to like both. For example, if all of your movie reviews are about video game movies and you have a video game channel, then that's probably okay. You'll probably get some good crossover. That will probably work. However, if you have a video game channel that's doing romantic comedy reviews, probably not so much.
Yeah, so crossover is quite a key strategy, isn't it? If you can tie your main niche into something that's loosely related to it, then that can really help. As a very broad example, I know we go back to this PewDiePie versus T-Series. A lot of channels were capitalizing on that, and the way we capitalize on that is we're going to give you a data analysis perspective. So we're that is essentially what vidIQ does here. We look at data, we live in numbers, and that's how we approached it. So there was a crossover there, but that's not our core. A lot of people complain that we make too many of these videos now, but if regular followers of a channel will realize that we make maybe one PewDiePie video in every 3 live streams that we do and 3 tutorial videos about how to grow your channels. So yeah, I don't know, maybe if I'm revealing my inner frustrations there with how people are sometimes perceiving the content, but yeah, I think absolutely you can diversify, but try and think of how it's going to link back to your original content. Got a question here from a Ninth Doctor. How important is it to upload consistently? If you upload more than once every single day for a month, but afterwards go back to uploading every other day, will it help your channel? And I think the answer to that is if you're uploading so frequently and you're not seeing significant growth, then maybe your upload strategy is just not right anyway. Maybe you're thinking too much about the quantity and there's not enough quality in the videos, or it's just not targeting the right keywords, or I think what it sounds like is you're saying is if I work harder, does that mean I'm going to get more views? And that's not always necessarily the case. You need to be a little smarter about this. So yeah, Jeremy, what are your thoughts on uploading consistency in terms of switching it about and how it might affect the channel?
I would say that, some of the biggest channels I know are very, very consistent, like just Sundays. And what that does for the audience, for example, our buddies over at Cute Girls Hairstyles, for the first like 5 or 10 years, they actually uploaded on Sundays at like 1 o'clock. And they had something called the Power Hour, where they only answered questions for the first hour of a video's life. Because they have so many subscribers, they just really couldn't do it any other way. So conditioning your subscribers can be very important. If you're a small channel, I don't think it matters. Just get one video up a week, and it doesn't really matter. If you are really wanting to grow and develop an audience, and your audience is in high school, then you don't want to publish when your audience is in high school. You want to wait until they're out of school or before school or on the weekends. So I think people overthink way too many things on YouTube. At this point, for most of you, I would say just get stuff live.
Interesting little side story on when to publish a video. I was at a Vancouver meetup last night, and I was auditing a channel about fitness, and I asked the video creator, when do you upload your videos? And she said 3 a.m. And I said, why? And she said, because it's for my Patreon users. And it was like, so you're uploading videos at 3 a.m. in the morning to satisfy paid customers versus like on YouTube, obviously you want to post it when it's most convenient for the whole audience. So the strategy we ended up with suggesting is make it unlisted, share it with your Patreon audience whenever it's inconvenient for them, but then look at your analytics and make sure you're posting at the right time for when your audience is actually going to want these videos live. It was an interesting little story there. Okay, I'm going to take another question here because this video creator has actually sent me a video on Twitter to help me to pronounce their name, because whenever I pronounce it on the live stream, it is terrible. So I hope I get this right just for you. If you want to record this now, Vlotje, did I get that right? Vlotje, who is from the Netherlands, asks, what microphone for vlogging do you recommend? I've been looking at the Rode Video Micro and the Boya MM1. I will answer this first, and then I think, Travis, you have a go at this one. I love the Rode Video Micro. That is a microphone I use when I'm in front of camera because it is so small you can put it right up to your mouth without it being seen on camera. Absolutely fantastic microphone, and I think in a reviews I was looking at, somebody was comparing it against a Rode Video Pro and a Rode Video Go, and it seemed to perform better, which seemed really strange, but on the test, and I could hear it, I actually agreed with him. So I would go for the Rode Video Micro just as a very good microphone to kick you off with vlogging. Any advances on that, Travis, being a tech xenophobe yourself? That's
literally what I was going to say. It's the pound for pound king. There are a lot of really good microphones you can get now, but the price difference isn't so much that you're going to be saving so much over that. And Rode just does it well. I mean, it's just so good.
Yeah, this is it. This is a Rode Video microphone. Look at how small it is, and the quality of it is absolutely superb. So when I have it for videos, I literally just have it about there, and because it's so light, I can hang it from a light stand, and it's really convenient, and I've probably been using this for about 3 years now, so yeah, I definitely recommend that. All right, what we're going to do now is another round of quick 5-minute questions and answers. So I'm going to put up the hashtag question. If you weren't here before, all you need to do is put hashtag question in the live chat, and we will do our best to answer that within 15 to 20 seconds, as long as you don't ask questions about our competitors, because we'll leave it until the end, and then I won't have time to answer it as before. So the first question comes from... I'm going to start the timer there. Here we go. It's counting down, and then the epic music will start again. And the first question comes from Lexi the Shepsy, who I think we audited their channel a little while ago. They just want to say thank you for your work. Awesome question. You are most welcome. Travis.
Let's see. How do I improve my nerves when I record? I tend to stutter and stumble my words. That's a really great question. The best thing is to just do a lot of takes and just edit it together. Editing is your friend when you're trying to get your confidence up. Once you've put out a couple of videos that are, stutter free, then that's great. You'll have the confidence. But you know what? Some people actually might find inspiration by someone who maybe stutters every so often. Answer. You might be surprised at the support you might get, because there's other people out there that have the same exact thing.
Yeah, you are not alone in that. Everybody struggles with. I always fluff my lines, which is one of the reasons it takes me 10 hours to film my content. Toon Grin asks, what's the brand of the Rob's microphone pop filter? So I think you're talking about this. It is a Pop Guard, and I got it from Amazon for about $25. Hashtag not sponsored. We don't have an affiliate link. Jeremy, question.
Yeah, do you think it's better to pay for YouTube ads? The short answer I would give back is no. I have actually done about $4 million in ads for Fortune 100 brands over the last 10 years on YouTube specifically. And what I can tell you is most YouTubers don't have the money to do what it takes or the product to sell. Now, if you're selling a product or a service, you just need to look at the return on investment, and maybe ads or remarketing ads are perfect for you. But if you're looking to grow an audience, I would say it's a bad idea.
Travis.
We see this question a lot. What is the ideal video length? We kind of answered this earlier. It's long enough to be long enough and short enough to not to be too short. It really just depends on the subject. There isn't a perfect answer. And if anyone ever tells you it's between 5 and 7 minutes, that's based on a large scope of a bunch of different things that might have nothing to do with your niche. So just long enough to get your point across.
Spanish Production says, best time to upload a video. You are GMT +2. So my answer to that would be, in the first instance, go to your real-time analytics over the last 48 hours and when you've not published a video, and you should see that your graph does this, like peaking and troughing. Look at where it starts to rise and then post it around about then. It's usually between 6 and 9 a.m. for us as an example. If you want to go a bit more in depth into this, vidIQ does have a tool which is the best time to post. It looks at when your subscribers are online and their activities and suggests a time then. Jeremy.
I use vidIQ's thumbnail editing. Any new tools coming out? Unfortunately, not right now, but YouTube does have some things eventually that looks like will be really good for thumbnail multivariate testing. But I would just say that all in all, I would use Canva, PicMonkey, or Photoshop for your thumbnails. I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, we are not a photo editing software company. So I think moving over to like Canva, for example, is your best bet.
Yeah, I think that the vidIQ thumbnail editor is kind of like the beginner's guide, just to get you started for making custom thumbnails. But absolutely, thumbnails are so important that you should be investing time in that as much as your video content. Travis, have you got another question lined up?
Oh, there's so many. Does Cena video matter as an artist channel, i.e. indoor, winter, weather, outdoors? It really kind of matters on your niche. I would look at what other successful and popular YouTube channels are doing and take from that what you will. Now, if they're doing it all outside, then and people seem to like it, then probably you should do the same. Another thing you can do, which I really like strategy-wise, is do the exact opposite of what everyone else is doing and be the only one that does the one thing. Because one thing you will find is that people like something different. After a while, the big thing, there's enough of that. And when you find the different take on something, you might find explosive growth there.
Doing Exploring asks, how do you copyright your videos on YouTube? And as an individual video creator, you can't really copyright it per se. However, you do, depending on your channel size, you will get a copyright matching tool, which will actually try and detect where your videos are being used by other people, and then you can contact that creator and say, please don't do that, or I'm happy for you to do that. So there are tools available, but not immediately. Another way is if you just notice a video on YouTube that you think is similar to yours, I think you can click the flag button, or you can submit a copyright claim against that, but that's not directly going to tell you. You're going to have to find that. And the last question is, it was on a very similar question to that. It was almost like the other side of the coin. How can I use copyright content on my copyright videos? And the answer is just don't. Just don't. I know you're probably thinking, yeah, but this channel uses this copyright content and so on. They may have a permission from the original video creator or whatever company has that, and they've got like signed legal documents and all that sort of stuff, especially if it's a larger channel, or people are just running the gauntlet. They're just putting copyright content on their channels, and maybe they've got lots of copyright claims and you don't know about it, or they've had strikes in the past. Play it safe. Don't use copyright content, especially with Article 13 or Article 17 now, as it's about to renamed as. You're just going to get yourself in a lot of trouble. Your content should be your original content. That's what people want to see on YouTube. And with that, folks, it brings to an end the 5-minute question round. And I'm almost told that you should leave your audience wanting a little bit more. So we're going to end it right there for this week. If you enjoyed this live stream, do let us know by smashing the thumbs up button. Yeah, Travis has been really animated there, making sure that you smash it if you didn't do it during the awkward silences. And we'll spend a minute or two saying our goodbyes to you now. So, yeah, thanks everyone for joining us. Subscribe to vidIQ if you haven't already done so. Share this live stream or vidIQ with at least one video creator who is in the same position as you, because no doubt they will want more views, more subscribers, grow your channel and spread their message. Goodbye to the following, which includes King Saigan YT, Ellie Felice, Spanish Productions, BH Ethic, Doing Exploring, KLXTB Agario, Generic Waffle, you have the best username in this live stream today, thank you very much. A Rumba Taekwondo, saying goodbye there as well. Magdalena Helen, thanks to you. Travis, who else are we saying goodbye to?
M0, NNX Player, Pretty Simple Sherry, Rice Person, Slavguard, and of course Takedown Man.
And we'll leave it to the MVP for the final goodbyes of today. Jeremy, who have we got?
We've got Unraveling Me, BH Ethic, the Ninth Doctor, Doing Exploring, Hayes House. Thank you so much. You're doing a killer job for us, Hayes, on the I can't talk now, on the channel. And I'm done.
That's a good way to say goodbye, everybody. Thank you for spending your valuable time with us. We really appreciate it, as it is the most important currency in the world. Enjoy the rest of your video making and, of course, live streaming day. Bye for now. Awkward waves. And while we're doing awkward waves, don't forget to press the thumbs up button. Go on, do it. Press it now. Subliminal messages. Press the like button. See you later.
We win.
It's probably when you stared at people all creepy. That was not awkward at all. It was so close to me just busting out laughing, just like seeing you. That was not awkward at all.
You're still streaming, by the way. It's still streaming on but I can hear you guys talking on the